Rajeshwari MJ. She pursued her BE in Electrical and Electronics at the People's Education Society College of Engineering, Mandya. She pursued her MTech in VLSI Design and Embedded Systems at the Sri Jagadguru Balagangadharanta Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Her personal skills lie in good verbal and written communication skills. Her areas of interest lie in OOPS with C++, renewable energy sources, HVDC transmission, digital relays, automotive electronics, advances in VLSI design. She has also had papers presented at the national level, such as the Innovative Architecture for SoC Multi-Core Hybrid Processor, presented at the RNSIT, Bangalore.
Welcome to UGC lecture series of BSc Physics Honors. Today we are dealing with the subject electromagnetic theory. In this session we are going to deal with the polarization of electromagnetic waves. So some of the topics that we are going to study about the polarization of electromagnetic waves are phase retardation plate, and also in the phase retardation plate we are going to study the two types of phase retardation plate. One is a quarter wave plate and another one is half wave plate. So let's start with introduction of a phase retardation plate and what is a phase retardation, how the classification of this phase retardation plate will be. So the very first is we need to know the definition of a phase retardation plate, that is a doubly refracting crystal plate of uniform thickness whose refracting surface are parallel to its optic axis. So the refracting surfaces that what we observe, which is always in a uniform where we are considering a doubly refracting crystal plate of uniform thickness will be there. So the thickness will be of D, so whose refracting surfaces are parallel to its optic axis. The parallel is what we observe, the optic axis will be parallel for the refractive for this uniform crystals, the optic axis will be parallel and produces a definite phase difference between O ray and E ray. So for the main intention of phase retardation plate is for achieving or for getting a phase difference between O ray and E ray. So for getting a phase difference between O ray and E ray, we need a crystals, that is a doubly refracting crystal plate of uniform thickness will be there, which is having a uniform thickness and also whose refracting surfaces are parallel to its optic axis. So if when this condition is met, that is called as phase retardation plate. When a crystal which is having a refracting surfaces that is parallel to the optic surface, the optic axis, then that plate is called as phase retardation plate. So this phase retardation plate is mainly used for producing a phase difference between E ray and O ray, that is why it is called as phase retardation plate. So in the picture we can observe that the crystal, that uniform refracting plate, crystal plate that is having a D thickness, and these are the parallel optic axis that is on which is parallel to the refracting surface. This is a refractive surface of D thickness and this is the optic axis which is parallel to this refractive surfaces. So the main thing is whenever the incident ray that is going to produce E ray and O ray, due to the doubly refraction, when it is going to produce E ray and O ray, that E ray and O ray should have a certain phase difference. To maintain the phase difference between E ray and O ray, we are going to construct a different phase retardation plate that will going to create a phase difference between E ray and O ray, or we can also achieve the path difference also between E ray and O ray with the help of phase retardation plate. So there are two types in phase retardation plate, that is one is quarter wave phase retardation plate, another one is half wave phase retardation plate. So we are going to study one by one about the quarter wave plate and also half wave plate. So first thingly we are consider the quarter wave plate, so that it is also called as lambda by 4 plate. So the QWP is short form we are going to use now onwards, is capable of producing a path difference that is a path difference is considered as delta x. So, for which way by using a QWP we are going to produce a path difference or phase difference. A path difference of lambda by 4, or also we can produce a phase difference, that is delta phi, that is pi by 2. So, the phase difference will be pi by 2 and the path difference will be lambda by 4 for when we are going to use a quarter wave plate. So, which will be between O ray and E ray. When a polarized light of wavelength lambda is normally incident on it, whenever the wavelength of lambda wave that is normally incident on this type of quarter wave plate, we are going to get a path difference that is lambda by 4 or phase difference that is delta phi, which is of a phase difference. By achieving a QWP we are going to get the phase difference of pi by 2. So, these are the two things that we can get with the help of quarter wave plate. So, we here with the picture we can able to see that how the arrangements will be there. We can see that is angle, the optic crystalline optic axis is what here, and this is the input polarization plane. This is the input polarization plane where the polarization occurs, and this is where the incidence of linearly polarized light. Polarized light is incident on here, which will going to produce a circularly polarized output. So, circularly polarized output will be produced here. So, this circularly polarized also we can get elliptically polarized light or EPL also we will get with the help of lambda 4 plate. That is best advantages of using QWT, where we can produce a EPL and as well as a CPL. So, the thickness of QWP, that is D, which is always equal to lambda 4n plus 1 divided by 4 into mu O minus mu E, which is a refractive index of O ray and refractive index of E ray. So, this is what it will going to give the thickness. So, thickness has to be maintained uniform. So, this is the formula for getting a plate, that is quarter wave plate, that is quarter wave plate has to be maintained a uniform thickness, so that we can able to achieve the property for maintaining the phase difference for however we want. So, where here for this formula where n is equal to numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, and also we can have different number for n for maintaining the uniform thickness of QWP. And also with the help of QWP we already said we can able to get a CPL, that is a circularly polarized light or elliptically polarized light. So, here with the help of a randomly or unpolarized light, when it is going to fall on a surface, that is this is the direction of a light, it is falling on a surface. Linearly polarized light is what we can observe here. When this linearly polarized light is again made to fall on quarter wave plate. So, when it is fall on quarter plate, the circularly polarized light is what we get from the output of a quarter wave plate. So, this two figures, from these two figures with what we can say that the input to the quarter wave plate is always linearly polarized light. So, the linearly polarized light has to be input for a QWP, so that we can able to get a CPL and as well as EPL. So, how exactly the working of QWP will be? So, if the vibration of a plane polarized light is what incident on the QWP, because it will be the input for a QWP. So, if the vibration of PPL makes an angle that is theta 45 degree, that is if the incident angle to the QWP is 45 degree with the optic axis of QWP. So, if we consider this is an optic axis and which is going to make the incident light, which is an optic axis, this is an optic axis, and the incident linearly polarized light which is making an angle of 45 degree here. Then the emergent line that what we observed from this is a QWP that we used here. After this what we observe, the output will be having a CPL, that is circularly polarized light will be observed. So, the main thing that we need to know, that is the angle of incident of a linearly polarized light will be 45 degree. So, that we can get a from the QWP we can get a circularly polarized light. So, for getting CPL the condition is for the angle of incident plane polarized light to the optic axis should always maintain, that is theta is equal to 45 degree. So, for getting a EPL, that is elliptically polarized light, there is another condition. So, that is it has to satisfy theta should not equal to 0, otherwise whatever, if it is not 45 degree, other than that whatever the angle, then it will going to, we are going to get a EPL, that is elliptically polarized light. When a theta is other than 45 degree, which is not equal to 0, then we can able to get a elliptically polarized light. So, here we can say that from conditions that for getting EPL, where other than 45 degree, if it is achieved, we can able to get a EPL. After that with QWP, we can able to get a elliptically polarized light. So, how the working of a QWP will be, it has to meet some of the conditions, so that we can able to get a CPL or EPL. So, if the plane if the vibration of PPL makes an angle of theta, that is of 45 degree with the optic axis of QWD, then the emergent light is CPL. So, when theta is 45 degree with the optical axis, that is it will going to make the plane polarized incident light is going to make a 45 degree angle with the optic axis, then the output from the QWP, that is what we observed, is a CPL. So, otherwise other than this condition, other than which is Q is when the theta is not equal to 0, or other than theta is equal to 45 degree or 90 degree, the emergent light is EPL. So, this is a two condition it has to meet for getting a CPL and as well as EPL. So, what are the things that we need to remember about the working of QWP is, QWP is a best way or the simplest device that is used for getting a circularly polarized light or elliptically polarized light, and also that we need to remember the conditions for producing the CPL and EPL here. So, to make a light circularly polarized, which has to be a plane polarized light has to be passed through a quarter wave, that is quarter wave plate, that is a lambda 4 plate, which is set at an angle of 45 degree from the axis of polarization. So, theta has to be perfectly 45 degree when we want to get a circularly polarized light. So, and it is the same thing if we change this angle, if the angle of a lambda by 4 plate is arbitrary or other than 0 degree, 45 degree or 90 degree, other than these degrees only we will able to get EPL or elliptically polarized light. So, the next type of phase retardation plate is half wave plate. It is called as the half wave plate because it is capable of producing a path difference of lambda by 2, or also it can able to get a phase difference, that is pi b by w. So, pi b by w is another value, that is condition that has which will be getting with the help of half wave plate, where we can able to get a path difference of lambda by 2 or a phase difference of pi b by w. The O ray and E ray will having a difference in path difference and also in a phase difference. When a polarized light of a wavelength lambda is normally incident on it, we can able to get a change in a phase difference that is pi b divided by w, and also the path difference will be lambda by 2 for a half wave plate. So, the thickness of half wave plate is again it is different than quarter wave plate, that is lambda into 2 n plus 1 divided by 2 into mu o minus mu e, where here also n can be from 0, 1, 2 and 3 numbers, 3 are any numbers. So, that the half wave plate here is used for changing the direction of vibration of a polarized light. So, the main application of half wave plate is not for producing our CPL or EPL. So, with the help of half wave plate we can able to change the plane of vibration of a polarization light. So, from the picture we can able to see that how the input polarization plane is here, and also the crystalline optic axis direction which is here. And we can also observe that linearly polarized light which is having a plane of vibration which will be like this, and after when it is passed through the lambda by 2 wave plate, we can observe the linearly polarized with a plane of polarization that is rotated, that is which is in the output which is having a different rotation. The vibration is from the lambda by 2 is different than what we observed in a input. So, how the working of a half wave plate will be when we are going to give a PPL beam. So, for QP, QWP or HWP, we are going to give a plane polarized light as an input. So, when we are going to give plane polarized light for the HWP, we are able to change the plane of vibration in the output. So, the PPL beam incident normally on the HWP emerges as a PPL beam, but rotated such that its angle to the optic axis is twice that of the incident beam. So, this is what the angle that is what we can observe, that its angle to the optic axis is twice than that of a incident beam. So, the theta is what the angle that we observed here, and it is the plane of vibration is what for the incident PPL, and here this is the plane of vibration that what we observed for the output of PPLs. So, both will be the PPL, the vibration will be different and also angle will be twice than input in the output. So, 2 theta is the angle that we can observe here, where here it is only theta. So, the HWT can also change the left handed EPL, that is elliptically polarized in or clockwise or CPL into respective right handed clockwise or EPL or CPL. So, right handed can be converted into left handed EPL or CPL. So, left handed can be converted into right handed. So, this will going to help change the vibration, plane of vibration of polarization can be achieved by half wave plates. So, this in the figure we can able to see how the left handed elliptically polarized light is changed as a right handed elliptically polarized light. So, with the help of a half wave plate we can able to change the left handed elliptically polarized light into right handed elliptically polarized light, and in the CPL for circular polarized left handed can be converted into a right handed circular polarized, right, when we are going to use half wave plate. So, next we move on to the detection of polarization state of light. So, the what are the factors that we need to consider when for detecting a polarization light. So, how we are going to know the polarization light. So, these are the factors that we need to consider for the detection of polarization state of light. So, the pass the unknown light through an analyzer, that is a polarizer, and notice the intensities of output of the light when analyzer is rotated all through 0 to 360 degree. So, this is the first thing that we need to make for which light that we need to know the polarization that has to be passed through the analyzer, and the analyzer has to be rotated from 0 to 360 degree for changing the intensity of the light. So, next the very first thing that we need to make is if output light varies from minimum to maximum at rotation of 90 degree, the light is plane polarized. So, if it is varying the light varies from minimum to maximum when the rotation is from 0 to 90 degree, we can consider that as a PPL. So, and another condition, if there is no change in output, incoming light is unpolarized light or circularly polarized. If the output that what we observe is having no changes, then we can say it is unpolarized or circularly polarized. And also pass this incoming light before analyzer through a quarter wave plate at 45 degree to axis of analyzer. The circularly polarized light will turn into a plane polarized light. So, whatever the plane polarized light will be circularly polarized light from the optical after the that is what we already know, that if from quarter QWP, if we get the output will be always circularly polarized or elliptically polarized. This can be made to again pass through the analyzer. This will be going to give a PPL again. So, this can be observed by the analyzer. Then check again by passing through the analyzer. So, these are the different process that we can able to know the polarization state of a light. So, next, unpolarized light will not get affected by quarter wave plate. So, when we are going to pass the incoming light before QWP, we are going to observe a PPL at the analyzer. So, one unpolarized light will not get affected by the quarter wave plate, And also in case of elliptically polarized light, there will be clearly variations of output from minimum to maximum, but minimum may not be nearly 0 here. So, these are the conditions that we need to know about the detection of polarization of light. So, let us have a quick summary. So, we started in this session about the phase retardation plates and also the phase retardation plate consists of two types. One is half wave plate, another one is quarter wave plate. So, the phase retardation is a technique where we are going to use for for varying the phase difference of E ray and O ray. E ray and O ray phase difference or path difference can be achieved by the help of phase retardation plate. So, actually the phase retardation plate which is going to perform a plate that cut from a doubly refracting uniaxial crystal with its optic axis parallel to refracting phases can be used to introduce a given phase difference, that is between O ray and E ray waves, that is travelling normally through it. So, this can be achieved with the help of a plate. That plate is called as phase retardation plate. And in the phase retardation plate we come across a two type. One is quarter wave plate, where this quarter plate is also a uniaxial doubly refracting crystal plate which is cut with its optic axis parallel to the refracting phases and can produce a phase difference of pi by 2, or also it can produce a path difference of lambda by 4 between O and E ray. So, this type of plate is called as quarter wave plate. And finally, we come across another type of wave plate, that is half wave plate. So, where the half wave plate is where a uniaxial doubly refracting crystals. So, here a uniaxial doubly refracting crystals will be there, that is cut with its phases parallel to optic axis. So, here which it will going to produce a phase difference or its path difference of lambda by 2. The path difference here it is going to produce with the help of half wave plate is lambda by 2 between the O ray and E ray. So, some of the questions of this session are: what is a phase retardation plate, and what is a QWP, that is quarter wave plate and half wave plate. And another one is: mention the important factors to be considered for detection of polarization state of light. The references are www.livescience.com and another reference is Mission Science. The textbook references are Fundamentals of Electromagnetics by M.A.W. Maya, and another textbook is Classical Electrodynamics by J.D. Jackson. This ends the session. Thank you.